Coach Christian, where are we at? What are we doing right now?
Ball.
What are
People.
we doing? Street interviews?
Is this one of those uptight malls?
Are you one of those uptight malls, Southland?
No, I don't think so. I know Westland is definitely Fairland. I don't go to Fairland. You go to Fairland? I try to stay out of here as much as possible.
I don't know if I can. Like, Fairlane's one of those, like... I don't go to Fairlane. I don't go to Fairlane. All right, let's do this. Hey, what's going on, brother? Hey, man, my name's David. I'm with Metro Media Group.
I know Metro Jiu-Jitsu. Tell Mo I said hi.
Well, I just got a few questions for you, brother. They're simple ones. Okay, I promise. So your mental health is up there. Call it, what, 7 or above?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So Victory Gym, then that's all for like veterans and people who have served.
PTSD.
Okay. So all right, perfect. So what would you say? What would your advice be? Like, and I know you may be biased, but what would your advice be to someone who is struggling with mental health? Let's say their number's low, like it's like a 3 or a 4. What are some things they can do to improve that?
I mean, everything's situational. So, I mean, it really depends on their family, their situation, their support.
Sure.
You know, we'd start there. We find out why they're where they're at. Because not all the time is the gym going to be the solution to your mental health. Jiu-Jitsu is not always going to be the solution to your mental health. Sometimes, you know, doing yoga is the solution. Sometimes just being able to, you know, meditate. You know, sometimes Jiu-Jitsu and taking out your anger and learning new, you know, fun, cool tricks or whatever you want to call it, or learning self-defense or whatever it is. If there's a cause to your PTSD, whatever that root cause is, I mean, that's how we have to figure it out. There's not one solution to it. You know what I mean?
People are different, and I would agree with you, absolutely. You know, I would agree with you that, and so why someone is, PTSD is one form of a stressor, you know, but there's another one. There's financial stressors we hear a lot. There's could just be social anxieties, you know, things like that. Then, and I don't know how old you are, Chad, but men in their like 30s,
Yep.
the suicide rate's going up.
Oh, I know.
You know, like.
I am.
Well, I'm in my 30s. I'm the old guy. I'm the old guy in this. So suicide rate's going up, and so I think you hit a key thing there. Is at the beginning you're saying the support. You know, the support of whoever and whatever that looks like. You know, so if that's your crew at Victory and your workout guys who go there and they help you out with that, or if that's your teammates on the mat, you know, whatever that looks like, or you know, things like that. And that's a huge. It's a conversation I think that needs to be had. That guy, I mean, you're an intimidating looking dude. I don't know if you get that a lot, but it can be like, you know, for someone to talk, be like, well, this Chad doesn't want to hear about my mental health, or like, you know, some other guy, like, you know, my boys don't want to hear about my mental health, you know, or things like that, because it could be classified as a downer. So what would you say if someone's in that position?
Well, I mean, that's just kind of where we're at in society these days. That's the unfortunate part, to be honest with you. I mean, your boys don't want to hear about your problems because, I mean, they're just not good at talking about their emotions. So the last thing they want to do is talk about yours. Plus, it kind of comes off as like, you know, you're, you know, excuse my language, you're a pussy.
Yeah, soft.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're soft. You want to talk about your feelings. So, and you know, you see it all over. Stop. You got it. In 2 minutes. You'll be fine. Relax. You know, that's something that I don't know the answer to. I really don't. Is how to get men to open up and talk to each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They know how to use fists. They know how to drink beer.
Sure. Right.
You know, and that's the unfortunate part.
Yeah. Well, and that's kind of what we're trying to do a little bit is bring some of the awareness to the topic. Big burly guys like Chad can talk about it, and other guys who like they're acknowledging that things like that exists.
For sure.
You know, like a lot of times we just want to burden it and try to handle it on our own until it gets too much, and you know, by then it's, you know, consequences are too late. Yeah. So.
No, I agree, and I do think that Jiu-Jitsu is a great way. You know, it's a lot of times, whether it's the military, whether it's you played football in college, or you played football in high school, or you went from your golden years that you thought were the high school playing on all these athletic teams. Now you're in your 30s, you got a little bit of a beer gut going, you're not as active as you used to, where you're stressed under the life of, you know, kids and marriage and stuff
100%.
like that. Things like, you know, joining a team like Jiu-Jitsu.
Sure.
Joining, you know, even if it's as silly as doing a beer league for softball.
Yeah.
But joining a team to have that camaraderie again. Because the other thing I'm starting to see as you get older is you don't have any friends.
100%,
You lose your
man.
friends.
100%.
You don't have no friends. And that comes from, you know, you be in a relationship with kids, and then everyone else is either still out drinking or they have their own families or whatever the case is.
Different life paths. Yeah.
You don't have the ability to hang out with your boys anymore. You guys grow apart. I know my biggest one was when I became a police officer, I lost a lot of my friends because of their views on a police officer. It didn't matter how much they knew me.
Sure.
It was, oh crap, now you're a cop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
fun chat's gone.
The fun chat's gone.
Yep.
And they don't know that cops have more fun than they do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but I mean, there's so many different aspects to the situation. I think that, any type of organization that offers a team or offers the camaraderie or just offers the ability to get your feelings out in a way that doesn't say, hey, let's sit around a table and talk. Because nobody wants to do that.
Sure, I agree.
Nobody wants to do that. But if you and I hit the mats and we roll for an hour together, and I kick your butt, you kick my butt, at the end of it, we're sitting down on the bench drinking some water. That's a great opportunity when someone's at their low point.
That happens regularly.
Say, hey, how are you? Yeah. What's going on? What? Tell me what's going on in your life. Tell me about your family. Tell me about this. So it's the same situation. And when I was president of Victory Gym, that was our biggest way to do it, is bring you into our gym, get you working out with people that are also veterans, people that you can relate to, and then let's try to open you up.
Sure.
And that's kind of the goal. And Metro Jiu-Jitsu can do the same thing.
Sure.
I mean, if we can get you, hey, you used to wrestle? Great, come wrestle.
Right.
You know what I mean? You used to play football? That's great. Come be part of the team. If we can get you in here and we can get you part of the team, then we can start breaking you down.
Absolutely.
And start working on your mental.
Yeah, and I think you hit a lot of the major points. The life path. All important things. You become a father. You become a husband. You become a businessman. You become an occupation. But then a lot of those those tight, your tribe goes away.
100%.
So to where it's either work buddies, which is not the same, or your wife, which is not. I mean, as pro marriage as I am, doesn't replace that of a really tight male companion, or the camaraderie that you mentioned.
For sure.
So, but I told you I wouldn't take up much of your time, brother. I appreciate it. So my name's Coach David. I'm with Metro Media Group, and we're just trying to bring awareness to the public about mental health and mental health improvement. No? Okay. So, but if you're at a 10, you're actually in the minority. A lot of people, a lot of men especially, struggle with mental health. In fact,
I don't know why. I think they struggle with mental health. I never drank. I never smoked. I never gambled. Just face it head on. Some people can't. They just don't have the mentality. I don't know.
So how do you handle with a 10 out of 10? How do you handle stress? How do you manage stress in your life?
I was over the road 40 years. I drove acid. I drove jet fuel. Okay, you don't think that's stressful? 5,000 gallons.
I'm sure it is stressful. What I'm saying is how do you handle
I
it?
try not to think about it.
Yeah. Try not to think about it.
I guess so.
Okay.
That's the way to do it.
I don't know how I did it. I just did it.
That was your job.
That was my job. I got paid to take it from point A to point B without blowing up.
Okay.
Right?
Pretty simple instructions, right?
Well, I mean, like I said, I didn't take any chances. I drove, how would you say, normal. I didn't try to speed. I knew what my limitations were. How easy is that?
Sure. So for you, any type of stressful situations, you just kind of, take it at face value.
As it comes. I mean, I drove through winters that people wouldn't go down the street to get milk at the party store. And I'm talking feet of snow.
Wow.
Well, I just, I knew it wasn't going to be a one-day deal. I was going to try to get as far as I could, without hurting myself or anybody else. Just as simple as that.
Okay, well, thank you for your feedback, you guys. I appreciate your guys' time.
I'm going to be in the paper.
The paper? Yeah, you'll be on our social media, but not so much the paper. So thank you guys for your time. Yep. Thank you. My name is David. I'm with Metro Media Group, and we're surveying the area, just trying to bring awareness to the public about mental health. Are you okay if I ask you a few questions about just to kind of help bring awareness to that subject? No English? Okay. Well, I don't no hablo español, so this won't work out too well. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. You guys cool if I ask you a few simple questions? Sure. Is it cool if I have a seat?
Okay.
All right. So, like I said, my name is David. What on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your mental health?
4.
So 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. Here's the 4. What do you think contributes to that?
You want brutal honest truth?
Well, I'd like you not to lie to me.
I'm a 19-year-old with my own house trying to be an independent. I'm in college.
Okay. So financial stress, obviously the stress of college itself. You're 19. How long have you been on your own? Yeah. Okay. So what do you think? What have you done to help improve your mental health? What have you tried? What have you done? What is there anything that's working?
I try to find hobbies outside of my house because a lot of my jobs require me in my house.
Okay.
So getting out of the space in which I work is better for expanding upon.
Gotcha. Like going to the mall, enjoying some yogurt, spending fun time with friends. Okay. Right on. What have you found any hobbies that like drastically improve it?
Yeah, I do horseback riding and fencing. So.
And fencing. Wow, that's like those are royal activities. Like you ride horses and you fence. That's pretty sweet. Have you ever considered maybe a martial art like Jiu-Jitsu or anything like that?
No, I haven't.
Have you ever been in a situation where you might either need the self-defense or the mental health improvement for it?
Yeah, I've done it, but it wasn't really something I enjoyed.
You did martial arts? Really? Which practice? Was it Jiu-Jitsu or karate?
Krav Maga and what was it? Fighting Fit.
Fighting Fit. Why not? Yeah. Not for Krav wasn't for you. So what didn't you like about it?
Just more the style. I didn't really like getting up and going to the gym.
Okay, all right. And that's an honest answer.
She also didn't like Barry yelling at her.
Yeah, I didn't like the teacher.
The coach yelling at you? Oh, was he like drill sergeant type?
Kind of.
Barry is British Special Forces.
He's got an accent? I mean, that's got to be a huge plus.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Just the man himself. Like, I love him. He's super nice.
Sure.
Just like once you get into the mindset of him teaching, because he did special forces, so he's coming over from that. And
Gotcha.
obviously, a little bit of drill sergeant.
I gotcha. I get that. So do you think, would you ever consider maybe trying martial arts again to improve your mental health if, say that the team was very supportive, the coaching was a little bit more your style, and the actual art was more up your alley?
Probably not at this point in my life, but probably in a few years down the road I would.
Okay.
Once we get more stable.
Of course, absolutely. What are you going to school for?
I'm double majoring in international relations and French, and then I'm getting a minor in ASL and political science.
What's ASL?
American Sign Language.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
It's to be a foreign translator for the U.S. government and then to move up to be a diplomat.
That's very cool. So if you could give, and I know this is just your opinion, but if you could give your advice to somebody who is struggling with mental health and maybe their number is even lower, it's like a 1 or a 2, what advice would you give them to help them get out of that slump?
No, you're not alone, because a lot of people have bad mental health, but your situation could be unique, but you have a support system regardless if you're doing it or not. That's probably the advice I give.
Gotcha.
Look towards those people.
Get towards those people, people who are positive, help you get out of it, get you out of that, like you said, get out of the house, out of the comfort zone a little bit. Cool. Ladies, I appreciate your time. My name's David. What was your name?
Bridget.
Bridget. Thank you, Bridget. Appreciate it. And what was your name? So I had a question for you, unless you're helping this young lady. Okay. So my name is David. I'm with Metro Media Group, and we're just kind of trying to bring some awareness to the public about mental health and mental health improvement. Are you cool if I ask you a few questions about mental health?
Yeah.
All right. So on a scale of like 1 to 10, how would you rate your own mental health?
Like 10 being bad, or
10 would probably be the best. 10 would be like I'm in the best mental space right now, and 1 would be probably the worst.
I feel like a 6 or 7.
6? That's a good number, man. What do you think contributes to like what type of stressors do you have? Obviously, you're a security guard, so you have to lay the law down a little bit. But like, what are some stressors that you encounter in life?
Well, like bills. Man, like growing up, I'm 20 now, so like I got a lot of responsibility.
Financial stress.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's the only thing right now. Trying to focus on being a cop.
Okay. You're going for law enforcement.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I gotta like pay some other stuff so I can even do that. So it's a lot of stress.
Financial.
Yeah.
Okay. Other than financial, what else? What other stressors do you encounter?
I'm not gonna lie, that's it.
Just the money?
It was. I just got a relationship. It was that at first, but now,
Okay.
yeah, I'm over that now.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, ain't nothing other than that. Nothing. Just financial.
Okay. So what would you say to somebody who's like maybe their number's quite a bit lower? Maybe it's like a 2 or a 3. Okay, and they wanted to improve it. What advice would you give to them?
I just tell them to keep their head up and it's just better days. Like, you might be going through something right now, but it's not forever.
Okay.
It's not forever. It's gonna get better.
Right on.
I gotta keep having that mindset. That's why my mental state is a little bit higher. At first it was lower, but like you gotta enjoy life.
You said it's been lower. You've had a lower than before.
It was lower. Like I was just stressed and just bills just piling up.
Sure.
And like when you want something in life, nothing's not gonna get handed to you. You gotta work for it. So
Right on.
So I just gotta work for it. So I gotta work my butt off to get where I wanna go. So
Right on, man.
that's what.
Have you ever encountered or considered an activity that would when you were down that would drastically help your mental health?
Working out.
Working out?
Going to the gym, hanging out with friends, meeting new people, stuff like that.
Okay.
That helps me a lot. Actually, that improved it because I wasn't talking to nobody. I was just going to work and going home and sleep, and I was just too stressed. But try talking more with my boys and try to enjoy life. Life is too short to be stressed out over something you can't control, and I don't know. I try not to stress over things like that anymore because life is too short. You never know when it's your last day, and I don't want my last day to be a stressful day. So
I 100% hear you. So you mentioned something important like working out. Physical exercise, exertion. That's actually scientifically proven to help mental health with that. Like you've witnessed it firsthand, but so obviously you're in great shape. You still work out regular?
So I've been working a lot lately, but like starting Monday, I'm gonna start this new gym. I'm not gonna every single day.
Okay. What gym?
RTV.
Raise the bar. Yeah, in Lincoln Park. It's a tough gym, and that's a gym for I expect to see Rocky Balboa there. It's a hard gym. You've been there though, right?
My boy, he works here too. He told me about it because I've been going to Planet Fitness.
It's a good gym. You're not gonna have any time wasters there. So like I said, we're with Metro Media Group. I'm also one of the coaches at Metro Jiu-Jitsu.
Is that the one about Planet Fitness?
That's us, man. Yeah. So we're right by Planet.
Thinking about going there.
Yeah, well, especially for law enforcement, the self-defense one thing, but we found that a lot of our members and people, they end up training for their mental health, because a lot of people, I'm sure you said you're 20, a lot of guys my age, like in their 30s, their mental health is so bad they end up taking their own life, go into substance abuse, things like that. And so the mental health that comes from jiu-jitsu is the primary focus, and then the self-defense, like your security officer, eventually a police officer, that's the main benefits they get out of that. So we're just kind of trying to bring awareness to that, and that things like physical exercise and jiu-jitsu can help with that. So I know you're at a 7. You're actually higher than the average. Most people their number is quite a bit lower. So would you ever consider training jiu-jitsu either to help with your mental health or self-defense?
I'm not gonna lie, I've been thinking about it. Like me and my boy, now that I think about it, he might actually go to your gym.
Who's your
His
boy?
name is Angel Nunes.
Angel Nunes. Yeah, Nunes sounds familiar. Wait. He's like about this tall.
Yeah.
He's a little bit stockier. Yeah, he trains with us. Yeah. Pop a picture of Angel on here. Yeah, they.
He had a shirt on.
Angel trains with us. He's good, man. So those are the exact type of people that we have in the academy. Like I said, I'm one of the coaches. I can get you set up with a free trial class. I can get you to our website, or you don't have to do it now.
I'll do it right now.
You'll do it right now. So if let me go walk over to my phone and I'll get you set up with it. All right?
Okay.
Cool. Follow me, brother. My name is David, by the way.
Bishop.
Bishop. Nice to meet you, Bishop. Bring awareness to the public. You're okay, man. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your mental health?
Like a 7.
7? That's a pretty high number, man. What do you think keeps it so high?
Me playing the game.
Playing the game? What, can you elaborate on that for me?
Like, when I'm on the game, I be on the game with my brother and my friends, and they always keep me laughing. Like,
Oh, like playing video games and they keep you laughing. Oh, okay, all right. What game do you guys play?
Madden, 2K, GTA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever been? Has your number ever been low? Like, have you ever had like low mental health, like 3 or 4? No. How old are you, man?
I'm 18.
You're 18. Okay. All right. Are you still in school?
No, I graduated.
You're graduated. Okay. What? Do you have any type of stressors in your life? Anything that causes like stress on you?
No, I got a pretty heavy life. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay, that's all right, man. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. That's great. So so we're just trying to bring awareness because especially as people get older, right around 25, 30, you know, things like financial stressors, things like that build up. And so actually turn into alcohol, drug abuse, taking their own life, things like that. So I'm actually one of the coaches at Metro Jiu-Jitsu. We're in Southgate, and that's proven to actually improve your mental health, reduce stress, reduce depression, curb symptoms of depression. Have you ever taken any martial arts or anything?
Yeah, I was good.
What did you take?
Correct.
Yeah, how'd you like it? Yeah. You ever you live around here?
I live across the mall.
Across. Okay. Right. So we're like I said, we're in Southgate. We're right next to Planet Fitness. Have you ever considered maybe getting back into martial arts?
Yeah, I thought about it.
Yeah. What's keeping you from getting back on the mat?
Nah, for real.
Okay. I'll tell you what, man. So you got a great life. You're at 7 out of 10. You got your boys that you play Madden with. So you don't necessarily need it for the mental health. But if you ever do think about taking one of our trial classes, you'd be in our adult class, obviously. We have 9 classes a week, and I appreciate your time today, man. Cool. Appreciate you. I'm David.
Nice to meet you, David.
How do you handshake now? How do kids handshake? This? What is this? What is this?
It's just
This is your version of the handshake. And what's your name?
Ken.
Ken. So this is the Ken handshake. Let's try to get. Okay. All right. I got you, Ken. Thanks, man. Okay. There's this businessman eating lunch right behind me. Like he's suited up. Should I go talk to him? What's that? He looks like death? Oh, like he looks like he's going to a funeral? Should I go? I'm just like concerned. I feel like I'm underdressed for the, kind of want to go talk to him. I hate to interrupt people on their lunch though. It's either the best time or the worst time to interrupt somebody. I don't know. You vote. You tell me. You give the orders. Am I going to talk to him? Would he be like pissed if I go talk to him?
He looks like he's not operating anything, so I don't think so.
I'm gonna go talk to him then. If nothing else, I'm gonna get the old timers' opinion on mental health. What was that?
If anything, I feel like a lot of old people I'm seeing have a lot more patience.
A lot more patient. Even the one guy, like he'd start talking to me like I was his son. I was like, okay, well, all right, we're good. So I'm gonna go talk to this guy. You can point the camera at him. I'm gonna go around this way. How you doing today, sir? Are you on the phone?
What do you need?
Are you on the phone?
Huh?
I just have a few questions for you. If you're on the phone, I can come back though. So my name's David with Metro Media Group. We're just trying to bring awareness to the public about mental health, and I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions.
Oh, no, I'm busy at this moment.
You good? You got
I
it.
gotta eat lunch and then get back.
You got it, brother. Thank you. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you guys rate your mental health? 10 being the best and 1 being not the best.
When I go to a lot of jobs, you were all the time compared to other people and stuff like that, and I feel like that can take a really big toll. It's just, being compared in general. Like, there's so many people that are compared to people, like, no matter what age you are, they'll be like, oh, like, for example, I'm just gonna use your age. They'll be like, you're 31 and you're married, like, you know what I mean, to like somebody else, and they'll be like, well, my kid's 31 and not married, it doesn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just, like, if let's say you have a family and they don't yet, like, they'll compare, like, well, why don't you have a family yet? You know what I mean? So,
You're saying your job will do this?
no, I'm just saying in general.
Oh,
like,
I see.
that was,
Okay.
like, a whole comparing
Yeah,
aspect,
I understood.
Like, that contributes
Oh,
to
comparing your
it.
careers, like you're comparing your job to someone. Okay, I got you.
Anything like that, or like like I said before, like
Or
our
just
job
job
is,
saying like you're basically not good enough.
yeah, and like you have to do this exactly,
But they-
and if you're not this way, then
They
you're not
say
good.
it differently than they would say, oh, you're not good enough.
Yeah.
You know.
How do jobs say it now?
I don't know, because I mean, it's happened to me. I don't know, they'll just be like, go faster, or like, I don't know, it just kind of makes you feel some type of way. You're like, well, I'm doing the best I can, you know, the best of my ability, and like, they don't see that, they don't see the full potential, I guess, but like, like,
You have
know
it. It just
you
takes
know-
you a minute.
Yeah, some people are faster, some people aren't. Like, kind of, not like shitting you about it, but they're just like,
I
oh,
gotcha.
well, that's
Okay.
good.
So what have you, you guys mentioned you're going to therapy, obviously. You're both, you know, are on different antidepressants, switching over. What are some things that you guys have done to successfully kind of help raise that number? Like that's like, it's drastic, it's absolutely raised that number, move the needle to kind of improve your mental health. Or some activities.
I'm actually still working on myself, so I can't really say anything else yet.
I'm like in the process of moving on. So like, I would say
The question
looking at every
is,
single aspect of
do you think it comes down to a level of what your self-confidence is? Because if you're confident in who you are and what you do and the way you look and your skill sets and weaknesses and you know, obviously you mentioned you're always improving, of course we all are, but like do you think it boils down to just your level of self-confidence in a way?
honestly, you want like honest opinion?
Of course.
I don't think so. You can be very confident, but there's still things
But you
going.
can still abuse.
Yeah, and not only that, but like there's still other factors that play into your mental health. Like for example, or like not only just that, but I think it just hurts when the people you love the most hurt you the most. In that kind of.
I can see that. I can see that. So you, like I said, my name's David. I'm with Metro Media Group. I'm also one of the coaches at Metro Jiu-Jitsu out of Southgate. You know, we work. Obviously, we teach Jiu-Jitsu. It is a martial art, but a lot of times we, you know, we've really kind of come to as we speak with members who have trained and they've come in for different things. Like ultimately, we ask them what the most they got out of it, and they're like, admittedly men, but we have a lot of women too, and they're like, yeah, dude, my mental health has just gone through the roof since training here, because you have all the benefits for mental health that come with exercise, so that's there. But also then you've got you have like there are it's an incredibly diverse group of people to where like everybody is there. I think you guys hit a good point that no one's being. I mean, we tend to compare ourselves to others, but no one is being judgmentally criticized as like everyone's there to help the other get better. You know, so we've seen huge results, you know, with that. Have you guys ever considered martial arts either for yourself or maybe one of your friends or colleagues?
No.
No? Okay.
No, my little brother does like sparring and stuff. He has ADHD really bad. So
Yeah, we
he
get a
does,
lot of
like-
kids in for that.
Yeah, so he does that kind of stuff just to keep him like.
Yeah. So guys, I appreciate your time, and I'll let you get back to eating your lunch, and I hope you guys have a great day.
You too.
Yep. Let's go eat, man. I'm hungry. Sound like Mo.